Hi everyone, on the previous video we learned how we create a Microsoft Azure account. On this video we will learn how we create a virtual machine and test it. On the left corner you just click on the three line, and you can we create a resource at the first because it will help you more organized. In my case we're just gonna name that ABC, and I keep the region as East US. You can select any region you want from the drop menu, and you click next. Tag usually put ABC and next, and then you see it's a validation pass, and then you create. So on our resource group we click on the resource group. Now what we just need to create a virtual machine. To create a virtual machine you just click on the add, and we will create Windows Server 2016. there is Ubuntu web server, SQL database, all different stuff, but on this tutorial we're just gonna keep Windows 2016. Here as you see, like that's a very free trial. Here you see it's a resource group. Basically I create the resource group before we create the virtual machine, but it's still you can create it during the time that you create a virtual machine. You can click on the create a new resource and add the resource name. And here virtual machine name, we're just gonna say, let's say client 01. This is only for test purpose, but usually when you create it you need to give it a name that makes sense. And here you see it still is asking for a region. It's up to you. You can pick anyone close to you. Username, so in username let's say tadmin, and then password here it say that it has to be 12 characters. So we're just gonna select ports. This is also for a test purpose, but usually if you want to remote desktop you need to open a port on that virtual machine. Basically it's asking the port that you need to open is 3389, and we click next, and we're just gonna leave for now just everything as a default. As I told you here, it says this will allow all IP address to access your virtual machine. This is only recommend for testing. And next. If you want to put a tag here, that is fine, but we're just gonna leave it like that. Now we're just gonna go review and create. So it's a validation pass. Now we're gonna create it. And here on the bell you can click here and then say deployment in progress, and then you can look into the progress until complete. This may take between a minute into 4 or 5 minutes, so I'm just gonna pause the video until this completed. Alright, so the deployment is completed. Now your deployment is completed. So we're just gonna go back to the resource, and on our resource, let's say resource group, and then on the ABC, then you will see that we have already created the virtual machine. So to connect to the virtual machine you click on which we name it client 1, and then click connect, and then you will have a different option. Well, on this, because we open port 3389, we're just gonna use RDC to remote desktop. You can download the RDC connection, and then once it's completed you just open this file and then click connect. It's asking you username and password. In my case we just put the admin and connect. There you go. Now we are on the virtual machine. So to make sure that you're on the right machine, we just click on folder. Let's see what we have on operating system in here. Yeah, so here you see the Windows Server 2016 data center. So now we just need to create on this one, let's say a web server. So we gonna use PowerShell to do that. You can use the GUI as well. Run as admin. So we're just going to install Windows web server. Dash name. It may take some time to install it. Just gonna pause the video until it's completed. Okay, so installation is completed. Let's go and test it. So we installed the web server, so we can just go and test it. Basically, when you want to test that web server, you just need to have the IP address. This is a public IP address, so basically you can access that web server from anywhere in the world. So we're just gonna copy this public IP, and then we just open any browser, then we just paste that one here and then hit enter. You see that here you go, so the web server is up and running. So that's it for this video, and on the next video we're just gonna see other features that Microsoft Azure has. And thank you for viewing.